Hey everyone, it's Mojaxx back in the DJcity UK lab. Just a quick one for you today. I said I had two faders to review for the Reloop Spin, my new favourite portable turntable, and well, this is the second one, the Mini Innofader Pro for the Reloop Spin. Let's get into it. I actually had the Mini Innofader Pro before I got my hands on the DJcity fader for the Spin, but Reloop changed something in the fader specs on the turntable when it shipped, so I had to wait for Audio Innovate to send me another cable loom before I could test it properly. Once I had that in hand, the testing went along a fairly predictable path. It's a Mini Innofader that works in the Spin. Thank you for watching today. Make sure... No, I should do more. Truth is though, I don't have a lot more to add. For those unfamiliar, the Mini is a downsized version of the highly adjustable regular Innofader, which uses the same capacitance contactless technology. That means it has hugely long life, requires very little in the way of maintenance, and can be adjusted extremely precisely. Making those adjustments looks quite complex when you first glance at the instructions, but it's actually fairly straightforward once you get the hang of it. By holding a button on the bottom of the fader and then moving the fader stem left and right in different sequences, you can change the side it cuts on, the curve type, and adjust the cut-in distance on each side by a tiny amount, just 0.15mm at a time. There's also an option to have it cut on both sides if you'd prefer that. You can even take this version of the Mini Pro out of spin mode to use with other hardware, although it only comes packed with cables for the one device. Hooking it up is very simple. You connect the cables to the fader and then the cables to the red socket in the Spin. It will work in either slot or both at once if you have two. The loom is pretty chunky, but it does fit in comfortably enough with a bit of fiddling about. I'd like a few washers to drop the level of the fader slightly. The cap did sit a little bit high on my Spin, but the full production package may well come with those already. It ships with a chrome look plastic faceplate, so you can keep the original one on your OG Reloop fader and put that into the other slot. There you have two options. You can retain the original fader for cutting, or connect up the extra cables which Audio Innovate provide with this, and that turns it into a blending fader, allowing you to adjust the volume of the record gradually for fades, a nice bonus. The fader is priced keenly, being available in a bundle which includes a t-shirt, a Glowtronic slip mat, a cooler caps knob, and some Sony 18650 batteries for the Spin, all for $70. As shipping such batteries internationally is a big hassle, the bundle is also available worldwide without those for $60. Performance is great, as I expected. All varieties of Mini Innofader I've ever used have had a very similar feel, with a sharp, clean cut and the perfect amount of resistance. Slick enough for pros, but easy enough to control for amateurs like me. And that's the real beauty of this product. If you've used other Minis on other hardware, you'll immediately feel right at home on your newly upgraded Spin. So there you go, my take on the Mini Innofader Pro for the Reloop Spin. It's very simple. This is a Mini Innofader that fits in the Reloop Spin. That's about all I can say really. You know, I'm very familiar at this point with the Mini Innofader. I've had lots of them in different devices over the years. I've never been disappointed or let down by one. They always feel very similar, so they're very comfortable. As soon as I put my hands on there, I know where I am with a Mini Innofader. If you want me to compare and contrast against the DJcity fader, which I reviewed a few weeks ago, the main difference is with the DJcity one, the cut-in distance is done from the outside, so you can put a screwdriver in and do it from the outside. That's maybe a bit more analog, but it's very accessible. Whereas with the Innofader, you take it out, you've got the button on the bottom, you move the fader back and forth to adjust it, and that's very, very precise. So it's just a different way of doing things. It depends if you want to adjust your cut-in distance often or regularly, then probably the DJcity is going to be better. If you want to get it exactly to the right distance and then leave it, then the Innofader is better. I couldn't really choose between the two. I'd have a super hard time. As far as I'm concerned, both of them completely level up the Reloop Spin. They make it the portable turntable it deserves to be by giving that excellent crossfader performance and that short cut-in distance. They are what your Reloop Spin needs. Which one you choose, that's up to you. I'd be completely happy with either of them. Thank you for watching today. Make sure you subscribe and you hit that bell icon down below to get notified anytime there's a new video from myself or the rest of the DJcity team. I'll see you soon.